playoff bracket has been decided, and today we'll turn to Madden to determine our Super Bowl champion. Starting in the Super Wildcard round with the first playoff game scheduled between the Chargers and the Texans, because for some reason, the Texans are always the first wildcard playoff game. I'll be making an official prediction for each game that we go through, and every time I get my prediction wrong, I'll be adding $25 to the pot of a gift card that I'll be giving away to a lucky subscriber in the comments down below. I'm also writing down my overall Super Bowl champion winner prediction on this piece of paper here, and at the end, I'll reveal this to you guys, where if I'm wrong, we'll add another $100 to that pot. But I'm pretty confident that this is going to be right. My prediction here has to be the better coach, John Harbaugh and the Los Angeles Chargers. And while we're simming through this first game, I want you guys to comment down below not only who you think is going to win this matchup, but who you think is going to win it all this year. I think we have a very interesting playoff setup as we head into the fourth quarter with the tie game. It's 10-10. CJ Stroud only put up 10 points thus far. He's going to be passing. He's got a man open. That's Schultz over the middle for a first down. They're almost in field goal range already. Electing to run hurry up. Remember, the Chargers do have 3 timeouts, so if they get them into a 2nd and long or 3rd and long, they can probably get the ball back here as well, but he's got a man wide open. It is a wham, and Joe Mixon has a ton of space. He's covering the ball. I gotta say, this feels kind of like an anticlimactic ending, but this is a huge flag, man. If this is holding, that could back him up 10 yards. And it is a holding. Oh my gosh, that is massive. Now they got back to the 28, and it's 2nd and 11. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze here, but they're gonna hand it off again, and a negative play. But offensive pre-snap penalties, post-snap penalties, this is where the Texans have struggled literally all season, so nothing feels different here as they get another negative play. Bear Baron has had a hit or miss year. This is a pretty far field goal. It's up. And it's through! Okay, they take a 13-10 lead. This is a nearly impossible spot for Herbert to come up clutch. They need to get to the 39 for Cameron Dicker to have a chance. I mean, you'd think the Texans would just cover... Oh, no. Herbert takes a sack. But they're in the Hail Mary formation. The question is, will they even be able to get it off? Because the Texans pass rush has been no joke, as he just checks it down, and that's the game. The Texans win and are moving on, and I'm already adding $25 to the pot. This might get very expensive very quickly. Next up, we've got the Steelers in Baltimore taking on the Ravens, and you know my prediction is going to be the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar had another MVP season. This is not the time they go one and done. They're going to dominate the Steelers. I don't want to get in the way. I would love to hop in these games and play, but I want to see what the Madden Sim engine really thinks will happen as a final result for this, as the Steelers are winning. What the heck is happening? Lamar, you've got to be able to come back here and head it off, Lamar. He keeps it. He's got a gap, though. He finds a first down across the 20-yard line to the 17. And Lamar can get one more first down before he has to get this into the end zone. They've still got Deontay Johnson. Oh, he takes off and scrambles. Come on, Lamar. First down. Don't fumble. And he gets into the end zone. This is a massive 2-point conversion attempt. They're not going to hand it off. He's got Derrick Henry in the flat. Dude, what are you doing? He gets sacked by TJ Watt. There's no way I can go 0 for 2 in the first 2 picks, right? I mean, there's just absolutely no way. They're going to stop Najee Harris, who's bouncing outside, and what the heck is going on? They had him in the backfield. 2nd and 4. They used the timeout. There's no 2-minute warning. They cannot give up a first down here. This game is over. You know they're going to be handing it off. And that's the game, dude. At this point, no prediction feels safe. I think Madden is going to be out to get me this entire video. And in our next matchup, we've got Denver traveling all the way to Buffalo to take on the Bills. And in a very conflicting prediction here, I'm actually going to guess the Buffalo Bills win this game, despite Bo Nix's incredible run that he's been on this year. Now, I think if the Broncos just wore those sick throwback jerseys, they would easily win any game they played in, but at least the Bills got 7 points on the board. And another one, that might have been a turnover there as we head into the fourth quarter, 24-13, 31-13, and the Bills just ran away with this game and easily come out with the W. I'm sorry, Bo Nix and the Broncos and you Denver fans, but the future is bright, I promise. Bo Nix had more yards than Josh Allen in the air, but Josh had 4 touchdowns, and they both had a turnover. And I finally got my first correct prediction. Next up, because of the loss to the Bears in Week 18, the Packers are traveling to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. And if you saw my King of the Hill video, you know how dominant the Eagles are in Madden, so they're going to be my prediction for this one. I actually don't expect this to be a blowout, but the Eagles take an early lead, and the Packers are able to tie it up, even taking a lead themselves before the Eagles tie it up at 14. This is an utter shootout right now, as the Packers are up by 2 touchdowns, and it's a 1-possession game. The Eagles are not able to score. Of course, a first down here puts this game away completely, but it's basically over to begin with, as the Eagles are absolutely getting embarrassed right now at home. And that's another incorrect prediction for me, and another $25 added to the pot. Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni might be cooked if this is the actual outcome. And you got to think the reason the Packers won is they held Saquon Barkley to just 52 yards on 12 carries. Next up, we've got the young Jaden Daniels-led Commanders traveling to Tampa Bay to try to take down the Buccaneers. My prediction, the Tampa Bay Bucks. However, there's almost no question in my mind that this game will at least be close, at least in real life, so I don't know what's going to happen in Madden. Jaden Daniels has been so exciting to watch this year, especially with Dan Quinn having a bit of a resurgence as a head coach. It's a great feel-good story. I don't think it's going to end 7-3 in real life, and Baker advances to the divisional round. Yo, Dan Quinn is looking kind of thick there, bro. And in our final wild card matchup, we've got the Rams taking on the Vikings, and despite Sam Darnold turning into a bit of a pumpkin against the Lions, my prediction is the Vikings. Come on, Sam Darnold, don't be a pumpkin yet again, as they start with an opening drive touchdown and take an early 7-0 lead, but of course the Rams are able to tie it up and even take a lead of their own, and it's 14-14 heading into the fourth. The Rams score here at 17-21, and Matt Stafford takes a kneel of his own to finish off this game. This is heartbreaking, man. The Rams have had a great season, don't get me wrong, but imagine it being a 14-win team and not even getting home field advantage for the playoffs. I am terrible at my predictions, but I think Sam Darnold going 10 for 20 for 112 yards and a touchdown is the equivalent of turning into a pumpkin yet again. The divisional round is set, and we're going to be starting with the Chiefs with home field advantage taking on the Steelers. No, my choice for this is the Chiefs. I'm just not going to bet against them, dude. There's no way you can do it. I'm currently 2 for 4 in my predictions, though, so who actually knows what's going to happen? If this was the actual matchup, though, you know what? The Chiefs have won. Maybe it would be close. The Chiefs have won every single game in close fashion this season. It seems like every game is a one-score game. They've only scored 30 points like once or twice this season, as the Steelers are keeping it close. Let's see if he's feeling a little Mahomey out there. No, he hands it off to Pacheco again. That's a negative gain, 3rd and 9. Or, you know, a first down and put the actual game away as Mahomes drops back. He rolls to his right. He's got TJ Watt, who's going to make a game-deciding sack yet again, potentially. And let's see what Mr. Unlimited can do with this final possession. 48 seconds left. They need to get to the 40-yard line, and Boswell has been a stud all year. Essentially 20 more yards that they need to gain here as they're on their own 40-yard line. Freiermuth wide open. Why are you not running out of bounds? 27 seconds left. Russ drops back. No one's open this time. He's going to roll out and throw this one away almost. It's almost picked. But I guess that's why they play DB and not wide receiver. What can Russell do here? He's going to go deep over the middle, and that one is incomplete as the Chiefs walk away with a 17-14 win. Bro, I'm actually shook right now, even though I got my prediction right. But because of that Packers win and upset, now they're taking on the Detroit Lions, an NFC North matchup, and I'm definitely picking the Lions here. This Lions team, especially with their aggression, is going to be really tough to take down at Ford Field. Like, I don't see how really anyone beats them, but they've settled for 2 field goals, which is very surprising as the Packers take a lead here, but then the Lions get it back. There's now 2 minutes left in this game. The Lions have the ball in Packers territory and are threatening. This is 3rd and goal, though. This is a huge play, and it determines what kind of lead they get here, whether they take a field goal or not. I think Dan Campbell would go for this in real life, but my guess is that they're going to take a field goal here. And that's exactly what they do. The kick is up by Bates, and it is good. They take a 15-13 lead. Does Jordan Love have ice in his veins? As a Bears fan, I sure hope he doesn't. A massively depleted Lions defense. Are they able to hold off Jordan Love? This is a huge play. This could basically be the game, especially if they get any pressure, which they don't, but Jordan Love takes off for 1 yard. Jordan Love snaps it. Free rusher. Pressure in his face. He finds a man, Romeo Doubs. Let's see what Jordan Love can do. He surveys, goes deep. He overthrows his man. He actually had his receiver there. They've run a lot of man coverage this year, but this looks like zone here, and I think it is. Tucker Kraft looked open, possibly. He throws it over the middle, and that's incomplete. You're going to the conference championship for the 2nd year in a row. And I just nailed another prediction. And after what I think is a pretty shocking upset, we've now got the Houston Texans traveling to Highmark Stadium to try to take down Josh Allen and the Bills. But I don't think it's going to happen. My guess here is the Bills. Not going to lie, I was kind of hoping for a snow game. It doesn't look like we're going to get that as the Bills take an early lead, and the Texans actually held them off from points there. The Bills are going to run away with this one is my guess. It's a 3-possession game into the 4th. The Texans stand absolutely no chance. It was a low-scoring game, but I'm still not surprised. That is my 3rd correct prediction in a row. Let's go, baby. And look at Josh absolutely feasting. 20 for 28, 204 yards, 71% completion percentage, and a touchdown. Let's not talk about the pick. And in our last matchup, I don't know who the heck to pick here, man. Stafford or Mayfield. I'm just going to go with Stafford, I suppose. You know, even though I picked Stafford, I would not be heartbroken to lose another $25 here if Baker happened to clutch it up for his team. But right now, we got a nail biter. It's only 10-3 as we enter the second half. Keeping that timeout in their pocket, I respect it. Still moving the ball, still finding the middle. Oh my gosh, that's a first down. Come on, Baker. I believe that you can win. Get it done here. He's going over the middle. He's got a man. Cade Otton to the 15. Use your timeouts. They do. 29 seconds left. You don't want to give this any doubt. You don't want to go to overtime if you're the Bucs. I think that was a screen, and he just did not throw the ball and takes a sack. That's the worst case scenario. 3 seconds left. They have no timeouts. They're not going to try to spike it. They get one play left. He's got to go for the end zone here, and instead he dumps it off to Mike Evans. He doesn't need the 5 yards anymore for his incentive. The Bucs come up short in a catastrophic loss. What was the clock management? I mean, my prediction was right, but that is a terrible way to go out. That's almost as bad as the Bears on Thanksgiving, dude. We've got an electric AFC matchup and a surprising NFC matchup. I am pumped to see who's going to the Super Bowl. Now, remember, I've still got this initial guess that I'm going to reveal to you guys at the end for another $100 on the line. But in the interim, I just want to tell you my guess is still alive. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you which of the 4 remaining teams. I got to go with the Bills, man. I can't go against Josh Allen. This is the year, baby. Come on, Bills. Don't even let it be close here as the Chiefs take an early 7-0 lead. That's not what I want to see. Why are we not having any offensive performance into the second half? It's 10-0, a 2-possession game. The Bills finally score 7. They're going to hand this off to Pacheco. The Bills have to shed their blocks. They do. 3rd and 6. One stop, gentlemen. That is all you need. Remember, Rashee Rice is not on the field. D-Hop is covered. Mahomes is going to take off and do it himself. We've seen this before. The Bills use a timeout. I believe they'd have a chance to get the ball back with like 30 seconds remaining if they're able to come up with a stop here since they have 2 timeouts. No way the Bills defense lets Josh down and doesn't even let him back on the field. And that's exactly what's going to happen. I can't believe this actually happened. Man, I feel bad for him. But in other news, the Chiefs have a chance to go for an actual three-peat, which has never been done before in the history of the NFL. And the storylines just continue as we got Matt Stafford getting a second chance at redemption in the playoffs against his former team in Detroit at Ford Field. But my prediction is the Detroit Lions. Does Jared Goff have the ice in his veins, or is it Matt Stafford to upset his former team? Well, it's already 10-0, and the Rams are doing absolutely nothing. The Lions are taking over 17-0 in the 4th. The Rams never stood a chance in this game. That's an absolute blowout, and we've got our Super Bowl matchup. A potential three-peat for the first time ever versus a potential first ever franchise Super Bowl. I can't think of a better ending to this NFL season, especially considering the crazy road we've had to get here. 88 overall versus 88 overall. My prediction is the Lions because I refuse to pick the Chiefs. Let's see if this is going to be a blowout or if we even have to jump in at all as the Lions take an early lead, and I just don't think the Chiefs have the offensive power to keep up with the Lions. But they take a lead in the second half. We're into the 4th quarter. It's a 1-possession game. The Chiefs tie it up. This would be an electric Super Bowl if this is what we got, though. 17-17, 37 seconds left. 1 timeout for the Chiefs, and Mahomes is trying to finish it off. And I don't know what the heck that pass was, but they used their final timeout. Now the chances are slim, but even with 13 seconds left, they have a chance, and they're just going to concede. Looks like we're going to overtime, boys. The flip is up. The Lions have won. They'll probably receive, but remember, if they score a touchdown, the Chiefs will get a chance. And I've still got my initial guess waiting to be revealed for you guys. My guess is play action here, but I am right, and I'm a genius, and Goff takes a huge sack. It looks like Mahomes is going to get the ball with a chance to win again. This Chiefs defense is just a problem here. Goff has got to go deep, and he's finally got time. Don't get safety, bro. And he gets sacked again. They're going to punt from their own end zone. Looks like they need about 3 yards here to be in field goal range, but they probably want a first just to be safe. And they're sending a guy in motion. Number 83 is at Noah Gray, I think. Mahomes surveys. He's got to get the ball off, man. He's going to scramble again, and this time he's going to have the first down and more. He slides 1st and 10. You need a turnover, Lions. They're going to start running it at this point. I don't know what you do here. Put the tackling and the stripping on aggressive. Is it even going to matter? Juju to the 11-yard line. Kelsey goes in motion and comes back. They do that all the time. Nope, he's still passing, and he's going to take off himself. Mahomes slides down 2nd and 1. This has got to be so frustrating. They're locking up everyone in coverage, but they just can't stop the Mahomes scramble, who finds a poetic touchdown to Travis Kelsey. I'm sure Taylor Swift is in the stands, and the Chiefs come home with the three-peat and our Super Bowl champions. Now, to reveal my initial guess, it was the Bills, which means we're putting another $100 into the pot on top of the 25 extra I just lost. That's $250 worth of a gift card to a subscriber in the comments below. To be eligible, just make sure you're subscribed and leave your guess of who you think's going to win the Super Bowl in real life. And if you enjoyed this, go watch this video right here. I'm begging you, please. No, I'm just kidding. Go watch it. You're going to love it.